Good evening. The significance and dignity of a commencement ceremony calls for appropriate behavior from the audience. Your cooperation is necessary to make Hamilton High School's graduation ceremony a special occasion for all graduates, families, and friends. Excessive talking and unnecessary movement are discouraged. While the diplomas are being handed out, please hold applause until the last graduate's name is called and the tassels have been moved. Enthusiastic yelling, shouting, and whistling are inappropriate, for they distract from this formal ceremony. Persons responsible for any disruptions by shouting, loud cheers, or the use of noisemakers will be subject to removal from the football stadium. The intent is to make graduation a proud experience for all who participate and observe. This ceremony should reflect the standard of excellence for which Hamilton School stands. Following the ceremony, we are asking that you reunite with your graduate off campus to celebrate and take pictures. Please silence your cell phones and please stand as we begin. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Grayson Nevins Cockrum. Peyton Madison Atkins. Emma Catherine Pounders. Aubrey Danielle Adams. Aniston Lee Atkins. Lex Jaden Baggett. Cassie Marie Barnes. Eric Allen Bryan. Georgia Faye Cockrum. Madison Lee Evans. Rylan Jade Fast. Isabella Rose France. Savannah Jade Godney. Caden Blaze Guest. Brentley Tyler Kendrick. Haley Beth Lee. Samuel Vaughn Robinson. Stacy Lynn Riles. Tyler Galvey Bertrand. Connor Bradley Bird. Michaela Latrice Brandon. Kristen Bailey Carter. Matthew Cole Carter. Nas O'Neill Clark. Naya Simone Clark. Jacob Allen Clay. Zachary Bernard Crawford Jr. DJ Dobbs. Hannah Inez Gill. Griffin Carter Harrison. Mallory Dean House. Carly Jean Emmel. Annabelle Grace Lancaster. Nariah McDonald. Nathan Monroe Morris. Stephen Trace Murph. Michael Nathaniel Orrell Jr. Mackenzie Reed Otts. Alicia Monique Pickens. Jonathan Gage Poss. Brian Seth Seeley. Houston Gray Vaden. Jacob Wayne Young.
Good evening, everyone. It is my honor to welcome each and every one of you to graduation of the class of 2021. I would like to extend a special welcome to the parents, family, and friends of each of our seniors. I would also like to thank Mr. Jernigan, Ms. Stevens, Coach Pierce, and the entirety faculty and staff of Hamilton High School. I believe I speak on behalf of all my classmates when I say that this journey would be far more challenging without the constant support, love, and encouragement that you all have to provide. And I would like to say a few words myself. And it's Proverbs 16:3, and it's commit to the Lord, and you shall succeed. Please bow your head and join me in the moment of a prayer. Dear God, we thank you for the privilege we have to stand before you tonight. We ask that you bless this ceremony and all who are involved. We thank you for our administration and staff who have touched our lives through years here at Hamilton, for all the friends we have made, for all the days of laughter and fun, and for all the times of great discovery and learning. Our friends and family, we thank you for them and give them all to you in prayer. As this chapter in our lives closes so a new one begins, fill our minds with your thoughts, fill our bodies with your strength, and fill our hearts with your love that we might eternally love and serve you this day and every day. We ask this in your glorious name. Amen.
Please stand and remove all headgear for the singing of our national anthem by Senior Belle France.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that her flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello, my name is Peyton Atkins, and I'm proud to represent the Hamilton High School class of 2021 as one of these salutatorians. And on behalf of our entire class, I would like to thank each of you for being here to celebrate with us tonight. It's strange to think that this time last year, we weren't even sure we would be able to gather here for this occasion. The global pandemic we continue to face changed our daily lives and the way we all interact. But it has also made us more aware of how precious our time with one another is. And so I wanted to take this opportunity tonight to make the most of the time we have left as students at Hamilton High School by sharing some thoughts and lessons I've learned over the last 4 years. An education is more than books and numbers. Yes, it's important to learn and build your knowledge and skills, but another important aspect of education is learning from your mistakes and the mistakes of others and working each day to be better than you were yesterday. That is the kind of education I hope we will all continue to pursue throughout our lives. As we stand here ready to begin the next chapter of our lives, it's more important than ever to remember what it took to get here. Times like this gives us the chance to consider not only what we momentarily stand on, but what we stand for. But time is fleeting and so are our opinions, so don't lower your standards for 5 minutes of fame or give up on your goals just to fit into someone else's agenda. The world is filled with people and situations that will tell you no, or that you're not enough. But I'm here to tell you that when you are true to yourself and what you believe, there is nothing that can stop you from achieving your goals. Right now, we have the opportunity to make this next chapter our own. If there is any advice I can offer you today, it's this. Find those people who will be there with you for the long haul, and don't ever take them for granted. People are always going to label you because that's the world we live in, but we should never be defined by those labels. Don't let the noise of other people's opinions sway your own. If I had done that, I wouldn't be speaking here today. In 10th grade, a spark was lit inside of me when I heard many people say that I was not as smart as others in my class. Before that doubt was brought to light, I never had the confidence to compare myself to others in my class on an academic scale, and definitely never imagined becoming salutatorian. But that doubt inspired me to strive for the so-called impossible. That doubt is what kept me going year after year, taking the more challenging classes. That doubt is what got me here today. I would like to say thank you to my family and to those that have encouraged me and helped me throughout my education and my life. There truly aren't enough words to say how grateful I am for the blessings you are to me. To the class of 2021, I leave you with this. I leave you when everyone else gives up, go the extra mile. Give yourself and others time and grace. And when you fall, get back up. Believe in God and believe in yourself, and always have the courage to follow your heart. Whatever challenges you may face, let the negativity inspire you to overcome your impossible. Your dreams are yours to take, and I am standing here today having reached one of mine, despite the limits that others have put on me and my abilities, and I'm not done yet. Thank you.
My name is Emma Kate Pounders, and I'm proud to stand before you as co-salutatorian of the class of 2021. Before I begin, I would like to thank my family for being my rock the past 4 years. You were always at every event, no matter how far, and I will always be grateful for the support you gave me. The best way I can describe high school is through the words of Michael Scott, and I knew exactly what to do, but in a much more real sense, I had no idea what to do. Entering 9th grade, I thought high school would be a breeze, but I was in for a rude awakening. Freshman year of high school, I believed I had it all figured out. I had coasted through academically, I was a part of all the clubs, and I had a great stunt group and cheer. What more could a girl ask for? Then came sophomore year, where I quickly realized freshman Emma Kate had no idea what she would face in high school. I was still the same social butterfly I was in 9th grade. However, first semester of sophomore year, I had to face a class I had been dreading for years, geometry. As a girl who has never understood math, geometry was nothing short of a nightmare. Second semester, I had my first class at the Advanced Learning Center, chemistry. Shout out to Mr. Hopper for fooling me in 9th grade by lighting tables on fire for the ALC tour. The only time I ever saw that happen again was when I was in 10th grade and he did it to impress the class under me. Just when I thought the worst was behind me, I had to face easily the hardest teacher in all of Monroe County, Miss Summerford. Apparently, it is not acceptable to relate all historical events back to SpongeBob. Then came senior year, a year filled with uncertainty, worry, and face masks. If anyone has ever told you senior year will be the easiest year of your life, they are lying. The first 2 days of school, I was wrestling with the idea of dropping calculus. On the third day of school, Miss Shauna projected the unit circle on the board, and I knew it was time to leave. The day Miss Stanford changed my schedule, Miss Shauna pulled me to the hallway, and I thought she was going to encourage me to continue taking calculus. Instead, she told me it was a good idea to drop the class, and she was worried about me staying in there. That was when I knew I made the right decision. Now, you may be thinking, this sounds like the worst 4 years ever, but the relationships and memories I've made over the past 4 years were worth every tear and every headache. All of the teachers mentioned, and many unnamed, saw potential that I did not see in myself. They pushed me harder than I would have pushed myself, and I will carry that with me into the next chapter of my life. I have been trying to answer the question, what do you want to be when you grow up, for as long as I can remember. While these answers began as simple, silly answers like a princess or a ballerina, they progressed into jobs I could actually pursue, like a business owner or an occupational therapist. But no matter what, I hope to have as much of an impact on someone's life as these people did on me. Colossians 3:23 reads, "Whatever you do, do it from the heart as something done for the Lord and not for people." I know my future may look different than many of my classmates, but no matter whether our dreams are pursued through college or by entering the workforce tomorrow, I want to encourage each of my peers to do these things to the best of their abilities. Thank you.
My name is Grayson. I'm glad to serve as our class's valedictorian for the class 2021. Well, first, I would like to start off by thanking all the people that have helped me to get to this point. My dad, you were the one that pushed me to be the best person I could be and really showed me what being a man was. My mom, you really showed me how showing compassion and love to everybody can create a better world. Shannon, you were a mom when I needed one and a sister one at the same time. You've always had my back even when I was completely wrong. Evan, thanks for showing me what a true servant looks like. Mississippi State looks more welcoming with you being there. Icy, if it wasn't for you, I don't think I'd be standing up here giving this speech right now. I never wanted to be one up by you. Anything you did, I had to try to do better. Even with such a competitive relationship, you've been the best sister I could ask for, and I wouldn't trade you for the world. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank God for all that He has done for me in my life. My faith has been one of the few constants in my life, and without it, I would still be struggling to find my true purpose. Now it is time to begin the speech that has troubled me for weeks. I could not choose whether to be inspirational or stereotypical. Maybe those go hand in hand, but I did procrastinate the speech to the last day to write it. I want to talk about something that is important to me. I could talk about how the work was extremely difficult and I had to work extra hard to get to where I am today, but I didn't work harder than every other person in my class. I could talk about how I'm up here because I'm the smartest person in our class, but I'm not. I'm only good at test taking and getting good grades. There are so many different ways to show intelligence, and I cannot stand the way the world has fed us the lie today that a number on a test can define your worth. I may be a good test taker, but I cannot tell you the first thing about fixing a car. If there was one piece of advice I could give to everybody here today, it would be to find out what you love and stick with it. It can be anything from welding to saving lives by being a doctor. You could be a professional athlete or choose to impact the world through being a teacher. But whatever you choose to do it with all the effort you have. At this point in our lives, I'm sure most people have looked back on the years and think, what if this or what if that? I've always thought when making a decision, either it works out the way I want it to or it'll be a good story to tell one day. I'm just trying to say, take a chance. I believe that God has placed the best things in our life on the other side of fear. Skydiving is said to be the most blissful experience of a person's life, but to get there, you have to jump to what feels like certain death. In the famous words of my friend Cody Johnson, don't take life too seriously. Live every day of your life to the fullest because you can never go back. I want to end with a quote from Dr. Seuss because for some people, choosing what you want to do could mean overcoming the fear of what others think. Dr. Seuss says to be who you are and say how you feel because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. Never let fear, no matter what the base of that fear is, hold you back. The world needs an unfearful you. Class, I can't wait to see how you choose to impact the world, and I know it will be for the best. Thank you.
I would like to take this opportunity to say congratulations to this graduating class of 2021. This group has certainly created a lot of memories, some good, some bad, and some even ugly. But I'm excited to be able to allow you to graduate and begin the next chapter in your own book of life. It is my prayer that you will do the right things to make your parents, your community, and yourself proud. Parents, thank you for supporting your child throughout his or her school life. Your encouragement has inspired these young adults to be successful. Teachers and staff, you played a very important part in the lives of these students. You help in a lot of ways that never go noticed. But these graduates are a product of your hard work and dedication to education. Other family and friends, we greatly appreciate you being here to share this moment with these graduates. Your influence has not been overlooked. Grayson Nevins Cockrum. Peyton Madison Atkins. Emma Catherine Pounders. Aubrey Danielle Adams. Aniston Lee Atkins. Lex Jaden Baggett. Cassie Marie Barnes. Eric Allen Bryan. Georgia Faye Cockrum. Madison Lee Evans. Rylan Jade Fast. Isabella Rose France. Savannah Jade Godney. Caden Blaze Guest. Brentley Tyler Kendrick. Haley Beth Lee. Samuel Vaughn Robinson. Stacy Lynn Riles. Tyler Galvey Bertrand. Connor Bradley Bird. Michaela Latrice Brandon. Kristen Bailey Carter. Matthew Cole Carter. Nas O'Neill Clark. Naya Simone Clark. Jacob Allen Clay. Zachary Bernard Crawford, Jr. D.J. Dobbs. Hannah Inez Gill. Griffin Carter Harrison. Mallory Dean House. Carly Jean Emmel. Annabelle Grace Lancaster. Nariah McDonald. Nathan Monroe Morris. Stephen Trace Murph. Michael Nathaniel Orell, Jr. Mackenzie Reith Otts. Alicia Monique Pickens. Jonathan Gage Poss. Brian Seth Seeley. Houston Gray Vaden. Jacob Wayne Young. On behalf of the Monroe County School Board, Mr. Brian Jernigan, Superintendent of Education, and Ms. Michelle Stevens, Principal of Hamilton High School, I hereby declare that the graduates before me today have met the requirements set forth by the Mississippi Department of Education.